This video is on how to protect your energy so that you're able to conserve it, expand it, and project it in order to manifest your desired quantum reality. So stay tuned till the end because your energy to manifest your desired reality is your most precious resource and your prime real estate. And that's why you have to do everything it takes to protect it. So my first point is on consumption. What you consume, you take on the energy, literally and figuratively. So let's talk about literally, what you consume, what you eat. Are you eating high vibrational foods like whole foods, foods that are natural and unprocessed? Because the more processed it is, the lower the vibrations. And alcohol and caffeine also brings down your vibration. Although caffeine gives you a so-called energy spurt, which I think is an artificial energy spurt, it actually lowers your vibration. So you want to be very careful of what you consume. You want to eat whole foods, preferably organic. And you also want to be very careful about who's preparing the food, because the person who prepares the food and handles the food, or even like Uber Eats, like delivers the food to your home, all impact the energy of the food, and this energy gets transferred into the food. And I don't see a lot of people talking about this, but do you know why you feel sluggish when you eat out all the time? Yeah, sure, it's because there's just too much MSG in the food scientifically, but it's also because you're actually taking on other people's energy when they prepare and they handle the food. And that is why you want to be very cautious on who prepares your food. If you don't prepare your own food, then and you have a personal chef, then you want to really do your background check, or sense the vibe of the personal chef. And of course, it's okay to have treats like cookies, for example, but you want to go for treats that are from high vibrational places. So treats like, for example, from a gourmet bakery shop instead of a mass market manufactured cookies from the supermarket. And so all these carry energy and vibrations. And entertaining clients at very nice restaurants almost every day, but I could actually feel and sense the energy of the people who prepared it. And sometimes I could also sense the emotions and even the thoughts of someone who prepared the food. And it is so important to use intention to remove the energy from that food. And you could actually do it in the form of an internal affirmation or visualization, which I'll go more in my quantum course. Now, for consumption in the figurative sense, that means what you consume through the media, what you read, what you watch, and what kind of songs you listen to, because songs, end of the day, they do program your subconscious. And actually, I have stopped listening to songs with lyrics for quite a while now. If you really have to listen to songs with lyrics, then you just have to be really aware of what the lyrics are and what is actually programming your subconscious so that you're able to be intentional about it. And if you don't want to listen to songs with lyrics, you can always listen to high vibrational music like 888 frequency. You can just type in high vibrational, high frequency music in Spotify, and lots of playlists will come out. And in terms of what you watch, you just really have to be careful of the narrative that the media is trying to program you, because end of the day, you want to be in control of your own programming of your subconscious mind. You don't want to be under mass hypnosis, right? And it's not just what you watch, but it's also what you read, the books you read, and the news that you read. So I don't watch any news, and if it's really that important, someone's just gonna tell you about it. So news to me is actually very low vibrational. So I don't watch the news, and I don't listen to any songs with lyrics. Not to say that you have to go on a extremely clean diet. You just have to be really aware and intentional about it. And now that we've talked about consumption, I want to talk about how the environment can actually drain you of your energy. So let's start from something very simple. Is your environment messy, cluttered, or is it neat and clean? Because what's around you is going to affect your vibration, and the messier it is, the lower the vibration it is. Even if it's extremely clean, but if it's messy, it still brings your energy and vibration down. So that's your environment. And then outside of your personal space, your environment in terms of the city, the town, or the country that you live in, that could also drain your energy. It really depends on the ideology and what they are trying to program the citizens that might be in conflict with what you're trying to manifest. And I mean that in very subjective ways, because we all have different desires and manifestations that we want. And you just have to see whether the city or the state or the town that you're living in is really aligned to what you're trying to manifest, and whether it aligns with your quantum reality. And the last thing about environment that I want to speak about is people. People are so important. People are essentially crystals, and they carry energy themselves too. And they have their own limiting beliefs, they have their own assumptions, and you want to hang around people who have the assumptions of the reality that you desire. Or they could already be living in the reality that you desire, so they actually already embody that energy. And so it's always great to marinate yourself in people who already have what you want. Or at the very least, have the belief, the assumptions, and the actions of what you want. And so how do you protect your energy before you step out of your house? You can visualize a bubble and program it with the intention of protecting your energy so that it doesn't leak out. And if you don't want to, and if you forget to do that, you can always carry a black crystal. I have a shungite here, which you can actually program it and visualize and program it with the intention to protect your energy. And you just have to program it once and carry it with you. And some black crystals need to be cleansed with salt water. I think shungite doesn't have to be cleansed. You can always accompany it with a citrine, because citrine is a natural cleanser, and when you have citrine with your black stone, it automatically cleanses your stone, and it's like a self-serving system on autopilot. So you can also use crystals. And the last thing is that if you have felt that you already take on some energies that doesn't belong to you, then you could actually use sage to smudge your space and your energetic field so that you give your energy a reset. So this is why it's so important to conserve your energy, and not just conserve it, but also nourish your energy so that you're able to project your energy and manifest what you want. And if you want to dive deeper into this, I have a quantum cheat code course, which I will link down below, so that you're able to quantum leap into your reality fast. And this is a technique that I have learned over the past 10 years and really refined it so that you get results and outcome really quickly in any aspect of your life. And if you want to work one-on-one with me, I have limited spots available for one-on-one deeper support, and you can check it out in the link below. And I'll see you in the next video.